Hi, I'm John P. Strelecky, creator of the Big Five for Life and author of the Big Five for Life, Life Safari, and the Y Cafe. It's my great pleasure to be involved in this interview series. I thank you so much for the invitation, and I hope you enjoy what you hear. I can't imagine going through life and operating with the work that I do and being out of alignment with who I am. To me, if you want to change the world, be authentically you. And so everything that I do is in alignment with who I am and the things that I think are most important in life. They can certainly go hand in hand. As a matter of fact, the optimal relationship is when you do what you do very well and you do it with a broader focus than just this is sort of the impact from a pure financial perspective. If you are aware of the impact that you're having on your customers and you're aware of the larger picture, then you're guaranteed that you're going to be successful. The best companies in the world are the ones who do that. Job and personality. They better be a darn good fit, otherwise you're going to be unhappy for the entire portion of your life that you're at that job. There is actually a beautiful blend of spirituality and science, and I think the optimal opportunity for people is to look for the blend of the two versus focusing on where they aren't. To me, if you're focusing on where they aren't related, that's ego. I'm going to prove to you why my belief system is right and your belief system is wrong. But from my perspective, the meaning of wealth, as we're looking forward, is not just how much money is in your bank account. As a matter of fact, I think that is an outdated method by evaluating your life. Very outdated. To me, it's all about how many minutes am I spending in alignment with my big five for life. So, am I doing the things that I really want to do, see or experience, or not? At the end of the day, we're all going to have that moment where we have this reflection on our life. And it's not going to come down to money. It's not going to come down to how many hours I spent at my job, unless I love my job. It's going to come down to how many minutes did I spend doing what I want, when I want, and therefore was living my big five for life. We're all male and female. Everybody's got masculine energy, female energy. To me, it's having an understanding of what those energies are, and the way in which they interact, and respecting when someone is displaying their feminine energy versus their masculine energy, or their masculine versus their feminine, and figuring out again where the integration of those two are versus separation of state. That's I have my own personal big five for life, of course, as the creator of the big five for life, and there's definitely a legacy piece of that. I want to give back. I want to leave this planet a little bit better than I found it. And that manifests itself in different ways. Certainly, the work that I do through my books, the Y Cafe, Big Five for Life, those books, I think that I have done that, right? So if I were to leave today from the perspective of did I leave something that was a legacy piece, did I make a difference in the lives of others, I'd feel comfortable that I did. It goes much deeper than that, though, because I'm a dad. And so it's not enough for me to say, oh, I made a difference in the lives of other people who are complete strangers. In the past, that might have been enough. But now I'm a husband and I'm a father. And so it's very important to me that if I were to die, that my family would say, you know what? He was the best dad he could be. He was a great dad and he was a great husband. And so it's day in, day out looking at the relationships that I have that are important to me and saying, am I being the type of person that I want to be? Who I am is constantly in alignment with the big five for life. I don't show who I am, I just am. To me, the collection of coaches and trainers, et cetera, most of us are working towards the same goal, which is to help people live amazing lives. And there's a great spirit out there which says nobody's in competition, right? That if you all have a similar purpose and you're all looking for the way to make a difference in the lives of others, then there's no competition, right? I'm happy when you succeed. I'm happy when you have a great experience. To me, jealousy is one of the most wasted emotions possible. If you're out there as a coach and you have an amazing experience, create an amazing product, you basically have taken a machete and carved a path through the jungle to prove that it was possible to get through that jungle. Well, as a fellow coach, as a fellow consultant, I now have a path that I can follow. That's a gift. I don't think that I wish. To me, it comes down to what is it that I want to do and taking steps to make it a reality. I firmly believe that no matter what is on someone's Big Five for Life list, no matter what is on my Big Five for Life list, it's not a wish, it's a reality waiting to happen. No doubt about it. If you want to be economically successful, be in alignment with your values, be in alignment with your Big Five for life. Most people are at jobs that they hate. 80 to 90% of the people are out there working at a job that doesn't make them happy. They spend 70% of their awake life Monday through Friday commuting to work, getting to work, being at work, and they're unhappy. And because they're unhappy, they work at a 55 to 60% productivity. That is not the way to have an amazing, thriving career. If you want to have an amazing, thriving career, do something that you love. Because when you love it, you're going to do a better job at it. And if you do a better job at it, you're going to get promoted more. Or if it's your own company and you do it, if you love it, people realize that and they notice that and they want to buy your products and they want to interact with you and they want to play your game. If you want to be economically successful, model someone like Oprah, right? Do something that you love, do it really, really well, have a state of awareness about the community at large, and constantly be in alignment with your Big Five for life. Yeah, there's lots of examples out there. There's an amazing company called Energy Mad in New Zealand, which has done some incredible things in terms of making a difference. They're a very green focused organization. They had a 2-year initiative where they saved enough energy to take all the cars off the road in a city of 400,000 people. It's a spectacular initiative. There's a winery in Australia. There's a huge aerospace company where parts of that company are very much integrating the Big Five for life into the work that they do. It's out there and it's happening. And the cool thing is the Big Five for life, although there is definitely the book and there's the principles in the book, it's a spirit. And so just because someone hasn't read the Big Five for Life book doesn't mean that they're not operating in the same spirit as what I described in the book. If you look at the best companies to work for, Google is a great example, right? A lot of the practices that they employ are definitely Big Five for Life spirit practices. There's a lot of great companies out there. My thing is, why, if you're a great employee and you love what you do, why would you ever work for a company that's not operating in that spirit? Pull yourself out of there, move yourself to a place where you're going to be respected, admired, and that's when your career can really blossom. The start of the Big Five for Life is introduction to the concept, and so most people that come to me because they have read the Big Five for Life book. And from the most hardcore tough guy business leader to the most hardcore tough woman business leader, I've never had one of them yet that didn't pull me to the side and say that book made me cry, that story made me cry. In particular, the concept of the museum day. If you were to get to the end of your life and your life had been recorded the whole time, and you were to walk through that museum, which was basically a collection of all the moments of your life, would it be a good museum moment or not? And especially when you consider that what if that's what eternity looks like, is walking your personal museum. And so that message is either going to resonate with a leader or it's not. Legacy is either a piece of what they are all about or it's not. If it's a piece of who they are and what they're all about, and they believe in the power of people and they see why economically it makes perfect sense because they're modeling great companies, it doesn't take a whole lot for me to introduce it. They're saying to me, this looks like a cool idea, this looks like a cool concept, this is who we are, so let's see what it is. Help us roll it out. After people initially get the book, one of the coolest things that I've seen is they take the Big Five for life of each employee and each employee's PFE and they post it, so every single employee knows each other's Big Five for life. It changes it from that's Joe in accounting and that's Lisa in human resources to I'm a human, you're a human, and we're all operating in the same space. From my perspective, you would never hire someone into your company unless their personal Big Five for life and their personal PFE, so purpose for existing, was in direct alignment with the organization's. And so I started an organization and it's all about the environment. Why in the world would I ever bring in an employee who doesn't have as one of their Big Five for life make a difference for the environment? Right? If you do that well, right at the start, right at the hiring process, you don't have to worry about finding and forcing alignment. People are there because they want to be there. If you have to force your employees to show up on time, stick around, get the job done, it's either the wrong person or it's the wrong person in the wrong job. Ideally, when you've got someone who has a perfect big five for life fit. So I, as a leader, say, this is what I need done. And then I interview someone and say, what are your big five for life? Because I want to make sure that you get paid to fulfill your big five for life. And that's the only type of alignment that I look for. You never have to worry about it. People are there because they want to be there. Be authentic. Be authentic. If you want to change the world, be authentic. Be you. Live in the spirit of your own big five for life, and you don't have to worry about going and getting clients. People come to you, they say, well, what is it about you? What is it about your energy? They see that you are doing something that you love. The big mistake that I see with trainers and coaches is that they haven't figured out their own stuff yet, and they're going out there trying to make a difference in the lives of others. It's just inauthentic. Right? I get it. We're all constantly working on ourselves. We're all constantly improving. We're all constantly climbing the ascending life curve that I talk about. That said, at a very basic level, if as a coach or as a trainer, you don't know what your big five for life are and you're not clear about why you've arrived on this planet, are you really in a position to be helping somebody else figure that out? And from my take, if you're in that spirit of authenticity, it's going to work out perfect. Do it. There's nothing dramatic about figuring out your big five for life. It's a process. It's a discovery process. And for some people, that means they read the book and then they get crystal clear on it. For others, they actually go through a discovery workshop of 2 days and they get clear on it. It doesn't matter which route works for you. Some of them work with a coach, so a one-on-one relationship with a coach. The best athletes, the best high performers in every single industry, find someone who knows what it is that they want to know, and then they work with that person and they get crystal clear. Why? Because that saves you hours and hours and hours of trying to figure out on your own. So from my perspective, get clear on your own big five for life. It's not that hard to do it. And then from then on, you'll be in perfect alignment with who and what you are every single minute, every single day, and your success in life is guaranteed.